Hey everyone, myself Rohan, and today we are going to have a different kind of video. Today I'll explain you my journey which I'm going to start, and this will be a different kind of journey. It will be a series of videos in which I'll explain from the root that how I'm going to build the product which I'm building. This will be a VS Code extension which solves a Web3 based problem, and regarding this product, I believe this product, developing the product right in front of you will be a better way to solve the problem and explain you guys how we solve problems, and the problems which I face might be possible that you guys are also facing. So seeing the approach of how I take the problem and solve it, it will be much helpful for you guys also. And I believe this is a better way to solve a problem rather than just creating tutorial videos, because in tutorial videos, what we do is we create a specific product. But here, we are going to solve a real world problem and we are going to build a product. It means there can be a possibility that I'm also a newbie into the things that I'm diving into. So the main concern for me is to showcase you how I solve a problem, how I approach any problem, and what technologies I'm going to use. And in the process, we are going to cover a lot of different things. So if you find that there can be a solution to a particular problem, or suppose we are building an extension, and if you found that there can be a solution to a particular problem which you might be facing, you can understand it and build it in your own direction. So it is much better than a tutorial video, and it's more of a journey kind of video in which I'll be covering each and every steps of how I'm going to build this product. So without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. So today I'm going to show you the basic structure of how an extension gets created and what are the things that I learned. Let's go directly into the browser and open up a new terminal. Sorry, in the new tab, just type VS Code extension and you'll get to a link where you have your first extension, and in this you have got a code that it says that if you don't want to install Yeoman for later use, you run the following command. Basically what happens is we have to use Yeoman and VS Code extension generator to get the development setup ready for the project. So just copy this code, create a directory. I have created an empty directory here, and in this I'll paste the code and press enter. Let's wait for the code to get, yeah. So we are going to create a new extension, and which will be of JavaScript. I hope I'm visible. And in the new extension, go into it. What will be the name of extension? Let's name it type for now. And what will be the identifier? Let's keep it empty. Define no, yes, and start the using npm. So the extension, the basic structure of the extension will be provided to us, and we'll understand how we can use it in our code. So let's open the code, and we have got the extension. I hope it is visible for now. Yeah, so we have got, what we have got is we have got some files here, and before moving forward, let's understand. I want to make a basic understanding which I understood today, that I think most of them don't understand this while building any extension. This is the basic structure, right? Extension file, the contents of an extension file will have all the necessary functions which will run in your extension. Suppose if you want to do anything, all the functioning will be done in the extension file. and all the command for your extension will be done in the package.json file. And the limit, it is limitless, like the amount of things which we can do is limitless. Like I was going through the documentation today and I found out so many things that we can do. And my target is to understand a lot of things and be specific with the things that I'm building, right? And in the process of trying out lot of things, what will happen is I'll understand a lot of things and I might find one some issues which I can fix, or some issues which my viewers can fix. And if they understood how to fix it, it will be much better for them also. So this was today which I did. I'll show you what I did today. So in order to run our function, for example this extension, in order to run this, first we have to create a debugging section for this. Debugging area is where all the our extension can be tested directly. So in order for us to test our pre-built template which has been given to us, let's not understand it first, rather just run it first and then we'll understand in the reverse direction. So in order for us to run this, we need a debugging menu, right? We'll go to this option, if it is visible to you, this debugging icon. Let's click it, and we have run extension, and just run it. When you click into this, you got a debugging area where you can debug your application or the extension. In this like debugging area, what happens is uh, it it displays in such a way that your extension has been included into this debugging area and you have to run it current directly. So what the predefined template does is it generates a predefined message which has been present here. For example, the message, when we run our extension, what it will do is it will show a message. And what that message is, this, the message is this one: hello world from test. When we run our extension, this message will be displayed in the form of like information kind of message. And how are we going to run this? We are going to run this through command palette. But where have we defined that we need to use command palette in order for us to run this extension? It is defined in the package.json file. You can see in the commands which we are going to use, we have a title called hello world, and by running this hello world we can run our extension. And this extension will, the predefined extension which we got the template, it will display a message which has been shown here, this one: hello world from test, this one. So let's run this in the command palette. We go to the command palette, and here we have a hello world. Let's click it, and you got hello world from test. I hope it's visible, this one, hello world from test. It is same as this one, as you can see. And that's how it's done. I hope I'm clear. So let's understand the code structure of how, like, why did this function run? Like, you might be asking, like, why, how is all of these function running? Like, what are the use cases of all the activate function, deactivate, or disposable constant which we created, everything? So when you initialize this code, everything was predefined. Like all the things have been explained. It's kind of self-explanatory, everything. But I'll explain you step by step what happens. So first we imported the VS Code, right? And after that, what we are going to do is we have a function which is activate. This function will start running when our extension has been called for the first time. Like when this function was called for the first time, what happened was, as soon as this function was called, we had to console log, congratulations, your extension test is now active. Let's see where it is, console log. It's just below this. If you see it here, congratulations, your test is active. I hope I'm visible. I hope it is visible. So this console logged was being shown here as soon as this function ran in the first time, and after that the disposable constant which we created, it contains a VsCode which we already imported. Inside it, it has a method named commands. Commands contain all the commands which we have, or if we want to add if any command, it can be used in the commands method. And what we are doing is, as soon as this activate function runs, we are going to register a command which will be test.hello world. And what registering means, we have to what we are going to do when we call this function register function will be register command. What we are going to do is, we are going to add the method or the function which we are going to run in the command palette only. So when we called register command, the function this function started running, and we registered the hello world in the command palette. That's why we used register command to register the hello world in the command palette. That's it. And after registering, we were able to, when we clicked on that command, for example this, we got this message hello world from test, and it was this function which allowed us to show this. What this function does, let's understand. It uses a window method from VS Code which has a show information message function which displays these kind of messages. And as soon as these function completed the context.subscription, we push the disposable to the subscriptions. Now this is not that important part, but the main important part was to understand the activate. It runs only the first time. After that it doesn't run, because whenever we called out, if we call out again hello world, only hello world will run. This register congratulations, your extension is now active. It is not running again, right? So only the disposable function runs, like the function which we registered, and after that we deactivate the our code extension, like when we unmount our code. So you can understand it in a better way if you understand React mount and unmount features. If you can, it is complete similar analogous to that only. If you mount your code, like your React application gets mounted, it is similar to activate. And in that mounted portion, you can re-render your component, anything gets changed, everything is working. Similar will be the case when your disposable and everything is working to the same way. And when it unmounts your React application, it will get deactivated. It is similar to deactivate function. That's how it runs. Now if you want, you can check the code also here. In the title, if we see title, we have title hello world. If you want, you can change it also. For example, instead of running hello world, we want to use npm extension for let's try this out, right? If we want this command to execute our extension, and in the extension we want to change the information message which has been displayed to Rohan's eh, just a minute. Rohan's extension is active. Let's do this. So in order for this function to run, what we need to do is, we have to reload the debugging menu. We have to reload the debugging menu in order for all of this to run. These changes won't get implemented directly in the debugging options. We have to reload. How we are going to reload? We just go to command palette and type reload, developer reload window, and it got reloaded. Now if we go to the command palette, and we already have this, You can see it. The npm extension uh, command is already there. When we click it, we will get that Rohan's extension is active. It means it is working perfectly. So this was the rough structure which I learned today of how to build a basic extension, how to understand the code structure, because this active and deactivate is quite like crucial to understand before building the extension. I'm still learning the extension part of through the documentation, and I'll keep updating my progress. Apart from that, my main aim is to try out all different things, because VS Code's extension has unlimited potential. Like, there are so many capabilities that I can try, that we all can try, that it's like unreal, to be honest. So I'll try a lot of different things, and during the process, if someone understands and tries to build something new by understanding the things that I'm implementing, it might be beneficial for them also. But my main progress will be separate video. I'll cover that in the separate video in my progress part. And yeah, apart from that, I hope you liked the progress, I hope you liked the video and found it informative. If you do, make sure to like and subscribe, and stay connected for more.